Hey everyone, it's Elliott, and welcome back to the channel. Growing up primarily a Strat player and then eventually kind of favoring Fender style amps, I never really had a lot of experience with the short scale double humbucker kind of guitar through a Marshall sort of sound. A lot of the times when I see people even just demo like either a PRS or a Gibson or an Eastman or whatever, there's often like some pretty fuzzy or muddy sounds. I always heard Strats and Tellys and everything like that be really clear, and I liked that kind of clarity. And sometimes, it would be a little annoying when you wanted a lot of gain. You'd have to really turn the gain up or something. It just wouldn't click. And everyone I knew that played like a Les Paul or a PRS or something like that was always like, oh, well, for gain, you'd want one of these. But then I'd hear their clean tone and it was always kind of muddy. That is kind of the typical drawback with a short scale guitar. Obviously, I was still interested enough to try a short scale double humbucker guitar, and I've run into those same problems. It was really easy to dial in like a nice lead sound on the bridge pickup, and then it was also not super easy to get like a very clean sound. A lot of people don't have a super clean sound when they play a short scale double humbucker kind of instrument, and that's fine, but every now and again I would come across a player who just blew my mind, and I was like, whoa, that sounds almost like a huge telly or something like that. Two players who like really blew my mind were Serge Dmitrievic from Earth, Wind and Fire and Ben Brandt from Ben Brandt and the Soul Miners Union. They're really not super comparable players. Like Serge plays with Earth, Wind and Fire, plays a lot of funk, very clean sounds with his Les Paul, and Ben Brandt gets like a wide variety of sounds, clean and distorted and fuzzy and bluesy on his Les Paul and his blues trio. So I wanted to give myself two challenges. One is dialing in and getting used to the Marshall sound with a short scale double humbucker guitar, and making it as versatile as both of those players make their rigs. So here I'm using my Fractal FM3, and for the cleans I'm using a twin reverb head, and then I changed the speaker impedance to the Brit Greenback, and I'm using a Greenback IR. This ends up giving it a ton of headroom. After that I'm using 3 jumped 100-watt plexis. The first one has the gain set pretty low for kind of a general bluesy sound, favoring the neck and middle position. The next one is basically just the gain turned up with a slightly different EQ, and it's a little muddy for the neck, but the middle with the neck pickup turned down a little bit, and the bridge sound really nice with it. After that comes the same amp but with a pedal in front of it, a Sir Riot for kind of a more, distortion. And last but not least is a different 100-watt jumped plexi with the gain turned quite a bit up, and a tube screamer in front of it to just kind of like tame some of the lows that get pretty boomy, and that's like obviously for leads. All of them could be for leads, but this one is clearly like just leads, or just leads plus like a Journey song. As usual, I'm giving this preset away for free. All I ask is that you comment, like, subscribe, etc. Support the channel any way you can. I'd really appreciate it. So let's get into it. First we have the cleans. After that comes the bluesy grit. that comes the like extra thicker bluesy grit. After that comes distortion. And then after that is lead time. So I hope you enjoyed this preset as much as I do. Just a disclaimer, these are Sir Thornbuckers, not the Sir Thornbucker Plus or anything, just like the regular, 50 millimeter Sir Thornbuckers. So if you happen to have like classic-esque pickups, it'll be dialed in for them. If not, you might want to do a few EQ tweaks. Again though, I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. So thanks very much for watching, and thanks for dropping by the channel. We're excited about guitar.